Every city has a rhythm, a pulse. In Nairobi, that pulse is one of constant change, of growth and evolution. But beneath the surface of the daily hustle is a blueprint, a quiet effort to shape the city's future. This blueprint is managed by the built environment and urban planning sector. It sounds complex, but it's really about three simple things. First, there's the land's subsector. This is the foundation. It's about understanding the ground beneath our feet, surveying the land, mapping it with technology, figuring out what it's worth and managing it properly.
Lands has 4 directorates. We have the Directorate of Lands and Survey. We have the Directorate of Land Administration. And we also have a Directorate on GIS. And the fourth one is the Directorate of Valuation and Rating.
Then you have urban development and planning. This is the dreaming part. It's where the vision for the city's future is designed, how our streets should look, where parks should go, and ensuring that new buildings follow the plan.
Our Department of Urban Planning and Development Management plays a very crucial role, not only in shaping of the city through the real estate, which plays critical role in terms of growth of our city. The real estate sector of our urban economy contributes to about 57% of the city's employment and city's wealth through housing. We create jobs directly and indirectly of up to about 2.7 million people who work at the construction sites, either as laborers, technicians, they supply materials, they provide security, the guys who cook at the construction sites, the mamas who cook githeri. All these people depend on the urban planning department, which has to grant approvals for construction. So this department really plays a very critical role also in revenue, revenue creation. Annually, we collect up to about 3 billion Kenya shillings, which is brought into the county government of Nairobi in form of licenses that are paid to the county for buildings that have been approved, for advertisement structures that have been approved, for licenses that come as a result of the various types of permits that are gotten through the development activities that are permitted by the urban planning department.
And finally, the housing and urban renewal subsector. This is where the plans meet the people. It's about developing new homes, managing existing estates, and maybe most importantly, breathing new life into older parts of the city.
Under the section of urban renewal, what we do is try to avail more dignified housing for more Nairobians. In previous years, the county or the city council developed estates around the city. So, of course, now with the population that has grown, we need more space, more dignified spaces, decent spaces for more workers. And so what we are doing, because, of course, land is finite in the city, is to take those same estates and regenerate them so that we can build high rises, which produce more houses. So, for example, at Woodley, where we have an ongoing project, we brought down 42 missionettes. And out of those 42 missionettes, we are going to build 1,900 plus housing units, which will accommodate more working class Nairobians and provide decent housing for them. So this is the intention of the urban renewal program. It is to provide dignity to Nairobians, because a lot of Nairobians, when they come to town, they don't have places to stay. So they end up in urban squalor. They end up living in indignity. They end up in houses where they're sharing very small rooms with their children, where there is no proper infrastructure such as sewer, there is no water, there's no lighting. And everybody deserves, and that is in our constitution, everybody deserves decent housing. We have Jivanji that is currently ongoing. We expect to hand over some units within the next few months. We have Woodley ongoing, Kariobangi coming online, and we have many other projects coming up. About 13 estates are being regenerated. So we are very excited about that. And in total, that entire urban renewal agenda will bring to the market about 60,000 units, bringing dignity to 60,000 families as we foresee it. And so we are really hoping that we can continue to collaborate with Nairobians in this agenda. And what we do when we go to these estates, before we do anything, we always work with the tenants. We compensate them for, them to be able to live offsite for a brief period. And when they are offsite, once we finish construction, we give them an allotment letter that guarantees them a house free of charge, once the development is complete. We compensate our tenants and everybody who is evicted from the location where we are developing. We make sure that they get 3 years rent in lump sum, and they get a house for free once the development is completed.
A big part of this renewal focuses on improving life in Nairobi's informal settlements. Through a partnership called the Kenya Informal Settlement Improvement Project, or KISIP, the city is taking a gentle, steady approach to upgrading these vital communities.
Currently, we are doing quite a huge project. There are two, 1 and 2, on infrastructure, lighting, sewerage, issues of ownership regularizations in almost over 10 informal settlements. In this slum upgrading, there's comprehensive improvement of infrastructure, the issues to do with lighting, and this complements the county in a very great way, because once we are able now to deal with the issues of regularization of tenure, security of tenure, then these people are able to submit their developments using the current law. But most importantly is that now the informal settlements are accessible, they are well lighted. The very big challenge on the issues of sewerage spillages is addressed by the sewerage extensions and connections to the trunk sewers. Now, that was phase 1. We now have another phase 2, which will address other informal settlements.
We also try, where Kenyans have already settled, and are living in some of those informal settlements, to try and dignify those environments for them. So under the informal settlements improvement program, that is the KISIP project, we are working on sewers in these areas. We are upgrading the roads to bitumen standards, and we are providing lighting, for security and livelihood purposes. Currently, we are very excited about something we already delivered in Kahawa Soweto and Kayole Soweto, where we have worked with the Urban Fabric Initiative to deliver, livelihood projects and dignity to these communities. We have constructed playgrounds. We have improved the sanitation. We have created washing areas, laundry areas, cyber cafes, water purification units, and all these are social enterprises also that are handed over to the community groups in those areas to manage and sort of make moderate income from these facilities. So those projects, you will find that they are now currently active in the communities, and we continue to implement more under the KISI program. We are building more roads. We are creating more sewer lines, and we will continue to do this program so that Nairobians can have decency and dignity in places where they live.
The goal is simple: better living conditions. This means upgrading infrastructure, things like proper roads and footpaths, new drainage systems to prevent flooding, street lighting for safety, and connecting homes to sewer lines.
Kitu ya kwanza ninashukuru hii taa ambayo imewekwa mahali hapa. Zamani tulikuwa na giza, ukora ilikuwa mingi, lakini wakati hii stima ilipowekwa, kusema ukweli, tumeona sasa uwizi imepungua, tuko na amani. Ukweli ya mambo sasa, hii taa inaona hii area yote, juu hakuna magorofa nyingi na kila chochoro sasa inaonekana. Sasa ukora imepungua. Sasa tunashukuru sana kwa ajili ya KSIP kutuletea huu mradi, na huu mradi kweli unatufaidi sana kama watu wa Kiamaiko Fire Victim 2. Tunashukuru sana hata serikali ya county, tunashukuru Sakaja kwa ajili ya kushikilia hata huo mradi ukafika mahali umefika.
Tumefurahia sana kwa KSIP mradi yenye wametuletea kwa hii kijiji, kwa sababu hapo beleni tulikuwa na giza sana. Sisi kama wamama wa biashara na wamama wale wengine hadi tulikuwa na uoga wa kutoka usiku. Hata saa moja ungepita huku juu ya giza yenye ilikuwa huku. Lakini kutoka ile time wametuwekea hii taa, tunafurahia juu ya mazao ya kazi ya Sakaja na pamoja na serikali kuu. Tunafurahia kwa hii mradi juu hadi usiku wa mama wanaweka boga bila uoga. Pia sisi wenyewe hatungepita hii njia ya Kariobangi juu ni jirani yetu, na hatungepita pia huku ndani ya vijiji.
From Huruma and Mathare to Embakasi, Kayole Soweto and Kahawa Soweto, the second phase of KSIP is quietly transforming neighborhoods, giving residents a more secure and stable foundation to build their lives on.
Tulifanikiwa kupata hii mradi mnaona hapa na watu wa KSIP, na ilisimamiwa na UFI which is ambapo iko under KSIP pamoja na county government, na tumejengewa hapa hii complex ya Kainsoba. Kuna biashara mbalimbali ambazo tunaendesha. Tuko na laundry machine iko hapa nyuma yetu, tuko na cybernet, alafu tuko na washroom ambazo zinasaidia community. Na hii mradi imekuwa ya maana sana, manake wale wafanyakazi wako hapa wengi ni wale walikuwa wamebugia kwa ulevi, na kwa sababu walijoin hii kikundi ya Kainsoba, hao ndio wanasaidia kufanya kazi hapa.
Na bila hii mradi imeletwa hapa, imeletwa ili itusaidie zaidi na itusaidie community zaidi, sababu hapa kuna mradi, kuna kufua nguo, kuna car wash na kuna mali ya watoto ya kuchezea, na tuko na huko juu kwa kufulia carpet na dry na hii nini ya kuosha nguo, hii machini ya kuosha nguo. Sasa si tunafurahia kwa niaba ya community, sababu hii mradi ikiwa hapa inatusaidia sisi na inatusaidia community kwa kijumla.
Serikali ya Nairobi County ikaingiana na sisi na KSIP, wakaleta mradi yenye iko hapa sasa hapa karibu. Hiyo mradi sasa ndio imekuwa tukiwa nayo tukiendelea, na kwa saizi tunaendelea taratibu tukijikuza. Chini ya uongozi wa gavana wa Nairobi Johnston Sakaja, amekuwa katikati ya usaidizi wetu na kutukuza kimawazo na kimaendeleo, kwa sababu wakati Nairobi County ilikubaliana kutusaidia, walituleta uwazi kwa utaratibu, mpaka wakatusaidia kuandikiana mkataba ya SLA, ya Service Level Agreement, ya kuangalia utendakazi wetu, venye tutatenda kazi na hii project, na venye tutakuza jamii yetu na tulete vijana wengi kwa pamoja.
Kwa hivyo kuna mambo kadha wa kadha katika hii project, na there are 3 channels of revenue. Ya kwanza ni water purification system yenye iko katika hiki kikundi, na water purification system itakuwa inasafisha maji hapa ya kukunywa. We shall be doing bottling and refilling. Kutakuwa na ICT hub. Hiyo ICT hub kutakuwa na classes za computer sana kwa wale wanafunzi wenye wako mahala hapa katika community, watakuwa napata huduma pale ndani kwa bei nafuu, kwa ile bei yenye iko sawa zaidi kwa wahudumu hapa. Jambo la tatu, kuna toilets. That's public toilets here zenye zitakuwa pia zinatumika katika kikundi hiki na pia katika community. We do work on environmental projects, haswa usafishaji wa mtaa. So hapa tumekuwa na shida ya takataka, na it's evident that it's a success because the donor came in, the group was prepared, na tumefika mahala hapa. We really thankful.
But it's not just about the big infrastructure, it's about the small touches that make a community feel like home. The Urban Fabric Initiative, for example, has created spaces that offer a canteen, internet access, and even a dedicated lactation room for mothers.
Kwa mfano kama hii sasa imeletwa kwa facility ya hospitali, na hii hospitali kuna mambo zingine ambazo services zingine hatukuwa tunapata. Sasa hii imekuja kuboost hospitali yetu. Kuna mambo kama ya mahali watu our ladies wanaweza nyonyesha watoto, mahali watoto hawakuwa na mahali ya kuchezea, they have. Now we see that this facility inakuja kama kulingana na vile sasa Kenya inaenda, na tunaweza shukuru sana governor na wale wote walihusika mambo hii kuleta hii kitu hapa, na wale wa UFI wote pamoja vile walisikana wakaleta hii mradi hapa, sababu hii mradi mimi naona itasaidia hata kibiashara. Kuna watu watakuwa wanakaa hapa watasaidika.
So we wrote a proposal which was vetted through, and we were able to win that proposal. When we won, we requested for a shop, which was our aim, and which was to help both the hospital and the community, whereby we requested for a cafeteria, a shop, a hall, a playing place for children, and a healing place, and a breastfeeding area, which so far we have been done. They are done already, and this is our project. Now the project will help both us, the community CHPs, and the community around us.
And all these projects are being implemented under the leadership of His Excellency Governor Johnson Arthur Sakaja. He's really big on dignity. He's big on people. He has a big heart for people. And so these are some of the projects that are closest to his heart. He's always keen to make sure that people are provided, dignity, as in line with his manifesto. As you know, he promised to deliver a city of order, hope, dignity, and opportunity for all. And so whenever there is a chance to dignify the lives of Nairobians, he will always be at the forefront. And that's why our program, for example, on urban renewal, is markedly different from other projects, because ultimately you have to consider the human being that you are removing from a house, the inconvenience of removing them that they will suffer. That is why those projects that we are implementing in these slums, are a high priority for him. They are constantly and properly resourced, and he's always ensuring that resources are released to these assignments on time.
Niko na check yenu, niko na check ya wale ambao persons affected, project affected persons, 7,000,000. Nataka wale wakilishi wao Lydia kuja na hiyo check, kuja na hiyo dummy check. Hii ni 7,000,000. Chair representative wa Soweto, Kayole, representative wa Embakasi Village, representative wa Kawa Soweto, Kayole Soweto na Embakasi Village.
It's these thoughtful details that show a deeper understanding of community needs, and this spirit of renewal extends across the city. From the modernization of local markets with new kiosks in California Ward, to the large-scale regeneration of old estates like Pangani and Jivanji. Leading these efforts, Governor Sakaja and the county team are focused on this vision of steady, inclusive progress, working with communities to build a city that works for everyone.
Tumeamua tubadilishe Nairobi yetu, ili tubadilishe ile hali ya maisha ya watu wetu, wawe na maisha yenye iko na hadhi, maisha ambayo inaheshimika, maisha ambayo iko na heshima hata wewe unasikia wewe ni Mnairobi. Ndio maana tukikampeni tulisema tunataka a city of order and dignity. Pahali